Today we're going to be talking about a news trading strategy that I used to use, that I no longer use, that I see a lot of people using nowadays, that I personally would stay far away from. So what we see here on the screen is, this is my old YouTube channel. Back in the day, I had a channel called the Algo Trading Lab. I don't know about the name. But you guys, this is an old channel where I used to post little tips and tricks about trading with a robot. And I've been fascinated with trading with a robot for quite some time. This channel, I have it all in private. It's no longer really available to the public just because I switched to a new channel when I started this YouTube channel that you see now. You know, back in the day, I really was making these videos for not a lot of people, but I was happy with it anyways. But today, that's not the point. This old channel is kind of in the grave. It's kind of dead, but I do want to talk about one particular video. Take a look right here. This is the New Zealand unemployment rate. And basically what you see here in this video is it's my old robot that I used to use to trade news. Now, a lot of people, they have this strategy, and we're gonna watch this. Basically, a lot of people have this concept. When it comes to news, here's what they're looking to do. Everybody has this kind of strategy, and they think they're pretty savvy or smart about trading news, where they do something like this. They sell if price goes below, and they buy if price goes above. And the idea here is that if the market falls really sharply, the news will continue their sell trade and they'll make money. Or if the price goes up, they're gonna ride the news and they're gonna get long and they're gonna ride it and make a bunch of money on the way up. Well, that's a very common strategy. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna tell you why I don't do that and why I do not recommend trading the release of news, why I think it's more dangerous than it's worth. And I'm actually gonna show you that I used to do this, right? This is coming from a place where I think I doubled an account and tripled an account before losing it all, okay? And in today's video, I unfortunately don't have many of these videos saved anywhere. This is the only video I can find right now that I'm actually doing this on, but this is a robot. You can see all the little execution. We're gonna go into detail in just a second. This is a robot that used to trade the news for me. This is something that I developed and programmed myself, and for a while it looked like the holy grail. And I'm gonna tell you why you have to be careful of trading like this with or without a robot. It doesn't make a difference because of a key component, and we're gonna dive into that. But just for fun, what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch this old video of mine and we're gonna talk a little bit about trading the news release. You can see what I have is I have two accounts. I have one on the left, one on the right, and they're both gonna be doing the same thing. It's a little bit hard to read up here, but I'll read you guys just generally what this setup kind of says up here. It's called the Trader Nix News Pro. It's got the date on there, and it says basically the orders are set to release at 23:44. Remember, I said a buy above and a sell below, right? This robot basically would place a buy and sell above and below the current price, just moments before the news. So I think it would literally come out 10 seconds or 15 seconds before the news. The robot would automatically place a buy and a sell above and below current price. Remember, because if price decides to shoot down, if you could get filled right here and get a sell, that would be great, because then you could just make a bunch of money really quickly and it'd be really super easy. There is a problem with this, so be careful. I'm gonna get to it in just a moment, but let's watch a little bit of this video. Why not? It should be pretty fun to see what happens. You can see here, I'm just kind of recording the screen. We do have news coming up, and it should in just a moment here place a pending buy and sell above and below the current price. Okay, so there it is. Just pause the video. You can see here's our buys and here's our sells above and below price. 0.20 lots, okay? That's 0.20 is a decent sized lot size for trading the news. You can see there's no targets on this particular model, although my different models that I used for news trading, some of them had targets and some of them didn't, but it ultimately did not make a difference. So I'm gonna talk about the pros of this, and I'm gonna talk about the serious cons that you should be very, very careful about when trading news releases, okay? So let's talk about what happens next. Let's go ahead and watch. So basically, news is about to come out 5 seconds here before the news comes out. And you can see that I've got my pending orders above and below price. Well, price decides to shoot to the upside. Take a look right quick. We had a pending buy stop, right? Well, let's roll the video and see we're not yet in the trade. You can see we're not yet filled on the trade. You can see down here, there's my order book. Well, if we click unpause, look where we just got filled. Remember, our buy was right here. That was our order, kind of our pending order. Well, We'll take a look right here. Where do we actually get filled on the buy trade? All the way up here. Why did that happen? That's a little thing called slippage. And it's why this strategy in the end is very, very dangerous and something that I do not recommend traders to do. I personally made this mistake myself, and I'm showing this to you guys. Unfortunately, for the sake of example, this is actually a winner. I don't have any other recordings. This worked out very nicely, so I am going to show you for fun what ended up happening was really good. You can see the robot is tracking everything. You can see down here how much we're losing or making, but keep your eye down here for a moment. You can see we're in the red right now on this account and on this account. These are both supposed to be doing the exact same thing. You can see New Zealand dollar. Basically right now, look at how big this spread is really quick. Look at this spread on the account. That's a big amount of spread just to enter or get filled on a buy or sell, enter or exit of a trade. So take a look, massive spreads there as the news is coming out. And what we see, the market is in fact kind of going in our direction, but we're still negative, even though we had a nice little entry. Okay, so now the market is moving in our favor. And again, I mentioned that this is an example that actually ended up working out. So I did share a trade here on the YouTube channel. I don't think it got very many views. But for the purpose of today, we're gonna be talking about basically what happens here. You can see we had our target, the robot automatically moved our stop to slightly in profit. Right? So we entered the trade here. We actually moved the stop here. I didn't do that manually. The robot did that completely by itself. And I know some people are going to comment down below, Nick, can I get a copy of this robot? And I'm going to tell you no, because I do not like this concept and I don't even have the file of this robot anymore. I did spend quite a bit of time programming this, but I ended up not keeping the file because I just didn't like the idea of trading news because of this slippage. Okay. So with that said, you can see what actually ended up happening. It looks really good. Right? We're up $19 or $20 in this account, $30 in this account, and we'll see how the trade ends up. So you can see we just closed profit there. The robot closed profit. I'm not exactly sure why it closed profit. Oh wait, no, I closed that manually. So you can see I just closed the trade there for about $32 there. And then I just closed this trade for about $21. Okay, and so we're out of the trade, and you might say, well, Nick, what's wrong with this? This looked really good. You made money on the trade and things went really well, right? Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem with this strategy, and now it's time for me to be the negative nanny, and I don't mean to be, but I want to kind of enlighten people who are doing this to at least hear out the negative side or the downside of doing this sort of thing. Let's get on with it. Basically, what happens here is we have a kind of an up and down little channel where we're going to buy or sell, right? The problem is not necessarily trying to trade around the news, because it's a decent idea. You know, trading back here, sometimes there's volatility. Trading after the fact can have good volatility. In fact, my favorite sort of trades come after the fact, personally. But basically what happens is that spread can be really crazy. Now, in this example, we didn't really get a huge, terrible example. But let me tell you a little bit of the extension of this story. You can see I just increased my account, my small little account here, by $500, and I increased, by $30 or $20 on this account, and I increased this account by $30, which is great, right? It sounds really good. Sounds like we're making money. Let me tell you about what actually ended up happening later on after the fact, after some more news events. Again, I made money on this account for a little while, but what ended up happening is there was one particular event. I can't remember if it was NFP or it was something else, but you can see everything works out nicely when you have a news event that looks like this. Let me tell you what happened to me. Price came in, right? The news was coming. I was getting all excited and I was going to make some decent money, right? That was my idea. So what did I do? I put my buy above, I put my stop below, right? Maybe I think it's like 10 pips, 15 pips, wherever I decided to put it. And what ended up happening is price spiked up right around the news event time. I had my stop loss. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We are going to, basically, we'll say this is a buy and this is a sell. Okay, well then in the middle of this, I had my stop loss for both. Okay, so stop loss in place for both the buy and sell. So if I got triggered in the buy and price reversed, then I was going to get out, right? Well, here's what ended up happening. Price shot up, okay? Then, impulsively, like instantaneously, before I could even register that the price had gone up, the price shot down tremendously, okay? And you would have been like, well, that's fine, because now you're in a sell and things are going great for your sell. And now your buy is stopped out, right? Wrong. This is where the damage came in, okay? Because what ended up happening is my stop loss for this buy trade ended up getting filled all the way down here. So my stop loss got filled here for a massive loss, right, on the buy side. Well, you might say, well, no worries, because you've got a big sell trade and your big sell trade is giving you a bunch of positive money. Actually wrong again, because the spread was so bad here that I ended up getting a sell trade in all the way down here. So I got slippaged all the way up here. Actually, I got slippaged on both sides. I got slipped on the buy side and on the sell side and took a massive stop loss on the buy side. And then guess what happened? We slipped down for the sell, right? So I got in on a sell all the way down here, okay? And then price, being the friendly character that it is, went like this. Shot right back up. And can you guess what happened again? My stop loss got moved and did not get respected all the way up until here, okay? And that means that I took two massive stop losses on a large leveraged account. So I lost on both the buy and sell trade. And let me show you what that candle actually ended up looking like. Just one of these. So after the news calmed down, within like 2 minutes, the candle looked like this. Indecisive, massive spike down, massive spiked up. And you might be, well, Nick, maybe it's just your broker. Maybe you need to switch to a broker that gives you a more fair slippage or more fair spread. Here's the thing about slippage during news. Slippage during news is a massive kind of danger to brokers. Brokers are not in the business always of speculating where price is going to go next. They're in the business of providing liquidity to you and I so that we can trade a concept that we want to trade, right? Well, they're not going to take a tremendous amount of risk and give you a tight spread on the news event, because then everybody would be buying and selling the news release and making a bunch of money. Well, that doesn't work for the brokers, because if you're taking a bunch of money easily and there's like a guarantee that you're going to make money, like it used to be when they offered very tight spreads even on news back in, early 2000s, this was a viable strategy. But nowadays, because of the way price gets so spready, not just on one broker, but on almost every broker, right? Just about every broker that I've ever seen, it would not make sense for them to make their spreads, above and below price before a news actually be very tight. Because if that was the case, then everybody would do it and that broker would be out of money in just a few short months, right? All these people would be doing that. It'd be so simple to do that. And sure enough, when this used to happen in the early 2000s, brokers caught on to it pretty soon and stopped people from doing it by increasing spreads before and after news releases. And that's a completely intelligent thing for them to do. That would be very dumb for them to provide super tight spreads right at a news event, because that would basically, damage their accounts a lot. They'd have tremendous people withdrawing massive amounts of money, because this is basically free money if this concept worked very well. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this strategy. Now you might say, Nick, you sound like a naysayer. I'm not saying this from, me trying to cast down your strategy if this is something that you do. News releases were something that I used to love to trade, and nowadays it's something that I dread, right? Because now I know what ended up happening. So how much money did I actually lose? Well, I think I doubled these accounts. So let's say that I made $1,000, right? I made $1,000 from all my trading of news releases, something like that. Well, there was one day that came along, right? And here's what happened. I lost $2,200 in 2 trades that got triggered on a big news release. $2,200. And I was doing the same things that I was doing here, right? This is back in the day. This was a few years ago. This was kind of a chapter in my trading. I had been doing other things in trading that were working very nicely for me. This was a lesson for me in greed, okay? This was a big lesson for me in greed, because I was doing other things that were working fine. I was making consistent gains, but I wanted that taste of fast money, just like everybody tends to do, right? So I'm telling you this and being hopefully a little bit vulnerable to share this story with you guys, so that you understand that even at, a few years of being consistent at this point, I think I, had been consistently profitable in another account for about a year. Well, I wanted the big money, right? Everybody tends to gravitate. So years back when I was doing this, this was a lesson that I learned in greed. And so I hope that if you are doing this, you at least consider the things that we talked about in today's video. I know some of you will probably still do it, and that's fine. You know, at the end of the day, you have to learn your own lessons. You have to learn, you know, what works for you. If this is something that you find works for you in a different way, and maybe, you know, keep trading it if that's something that you want to do. But at the end of the day, this is my two cents on buy stops and sell stops above and below price before news events. I hope you got something out of today's video. I hope it was entertaining to you, taking a walk back into my old videos, and we'll see you guys back on the next video.